You on the Indianapolis?
What happened?
Oh, Japanese submarine slammed 2 torpedoes into our side. It was coming back from the island of, Tinian Lady. We just delivered the bomb, the Hiroshima bomb. 1,100 men went into the water. The vessel went down in about 12 minutes. Didn't see the first shark for about a half an hour. Tiger shark, 13-footer. You know how you can tell that when you're in the water, Chief? You look from the dorsal fin to the tail. What we didn't know was our mission had been so secret, no distress signal had been set. Oh, they didn't even list us overdue for a week. You know, first light, Chief, the sharks come a-cruising. So what we did is we formed ourselves into these tight little groups. You know, like squares in a battle, like you see on the calendars, like Waterloo. And the idea was, a shark nears a guy, and he starts hollering and screaming, and sometimes the shark goes away. Sometimes he wouldn't. Sometimes he'd look right back at you with those eyes. You know the thing about a shark, Chief, he's got those black eyes, lifeless eyes, like a doll's eyes. Doesn't even seem to be living. Until he bites you, and then those black eyes roll to white, and then you hear the terrible high-pitched screaming, and the ocean turns red. And in spite of all the hollering and splashing, they rip you to pieces. What? I don't know how many men I lost the first night. Maybe 100. I don't know how many sharks. I don't know how many. Maybe 1,000. I don't know how many men. I average maybe 6 an hour. On Thursday morning, Chief, I bumped into an old friend of mine, Herbie Robinson from Cleveland, baseball player, bosun's mate. Well, I thought he was asleep, so I reached over to wake him up, and he bobbed up and down like a kind of top, upended while he'd been in half by a shark. Noon the 5th day, Mr. Hooper, Lockheed Ventura spotted us. He came in low and he saw us. He was a younger pilot, younger than our Mr. Hooper here. Anyway, he came in low and he saw us. And 3 hours later, a big fat PBY comes down and starts to pick us up. And you know, that was the time I was most frightened, waiting for my turn. I'll never put on a life jacket again. So 1,100 men went into the water, 316 came out, sharks took the rest. June the 29th, 1945. Anyway, we delivered the bomb.